The wait is almost over. The most significant celestial event of the year is approaching, yet it remains curiously under-discussed. The black moon makes its appearance on August 23rd, a celestial phenomenon so exceptional it manifests only once in several years. But here's the crucial detail everyone's missing. Waiting until the 23rd to take notice would be too late. The energetic transformation initiates on August 22nd, when the cosmic gateway begins to subtly open. This isn't just another new moon phase. This event holds the potential to profoundly influence you and those in your circle, particularly those who remain unaware of its significance. This transcends mere astrological predictions or prophetic interpretations. Its effects will touch your life directly. In ancient times, when the moon disappeared, communities didn't rejoice. They were filled with trepidation. They recognized its deeper significance, a meaning that few could truly comprehend. The reality is, your actions before the 22nd will determine how the black moon's energy on the 23rd manifests in your life. For those who are spiritually chosen, being prepared before the 22nd is absolutely vital. Once you grasp what makes this black moon unique, your perception of the night sky will be forever transformed. A black moon isn't merely uncommon. It's precisely timed. Its rare appearance every few years is no coincidence. It emerges when a cycle requires completion. This black moon represents a cosmic reset, a divine circuit breaker for ego, chaos, and worldly diversions. It's the final moment of stillness before everything transforms. Most will overlook it, dismissing it as just another evening. But for those attuned to its energy, the real challenge lies not in the event itself, but in their response to it. The gravest error during this black moon would be treating it like any ordinary new moon. Many will hastily perform rituals, document their aspirations, light ceremonial candles, and petition the universe for change. They fail to understand that this moon's energy is veiled, altered, and potentially misleading. Your current requests may yield unexpected results. The black moon doesn't fulfill conventional wishes. Instead, it reveals karmic truths. It's akin to speaking into a reversed mirror. The reflection returns distorted. If your desire isn't aligned with your spiritual earnings, it may manifest in unexpected ways. However, don't misinterpret this as negative energy. The black moon's purpose isn't punishment but protection. It prevents the pursuit of hollow desires while guiding you toward your authentic path. What truly belongs to you cannot be distorted or taken away. This isn't the moment for seeking novelty. Rather, it's time to strengthen your core foundations, embrace the blessings you've already cultivated, and allow them to take deeper root. Because ultimately, if you're pleading with the universe now, you're signaling your unreadiness. But if you remain steadfast in what you've already manifested, the black moon will fortify it permanently. Most days feel manageable because reality presents itself through a protective veil. The full intensity of existence doesn't strike you directly. Instead, it arrives filtered, allowing you to perceive only what you can process and feel only what you're capable of handling in each moment. This explains why the daily cycle of work, dialogue, habits, and even thought patterns feels unremarkable, even when lacking fulfillment. Your mind acts as a protective screen, drawing closed when experiences become too intense, too overwhelming, too authentic. However, the black moon prevents this protective barrier from remaining in place. It forcefully draws back the curtain, compelling you to confront reality without any buffer. Suddenly, everything takes on a crystalline clarity. Silence weighs heavier, and the patterns surrounding you become impossible to overlook. You begin detecting details typically dismissed. The void within routines, the way conversations flow like rehearsed dialogues, the hollow ring of laughter devoid of genuine joy. What previously passed for normal existence suddenly appears orchestrated, automated, almost synthetic. When a specific word crosses your path 3 times within a day, document it. When a particular number follows you through mundane moments, from transaction receipts to street signs to digital timestamps, pursue its significance. When a random encounter brings forth words so specifically aligned with your inner thoughts that it seems supernatural, embrace it. This isn't happenstance. This isn't mere coincidence. This is the universe operating with divine precision, and you've been specifically chosen as its recipient. Understand that this gift of recognition isn't universal. While the world overflows with spiritual signs, only the chosen few possess the heightened awareness to perceive their true significance. The majority will dismiss these moments, missing their divine appointments, continuing their journey in spiritual blindness. But you're different. You'll recognize these signs because they won't merely exist around you. They'll penetrate your very being. They'll resonate within you, carrying the familiar vibration of ancient wisdom you've always possessed, but temporarily forgotten. That's your confirmation of their authenticity. Remember this crucial truth. What captures your attention before the black moon shapes your reality after it. These synchronicities aren't meant for entertainment. They're divine instructions, cosmic permissions granting access to your next dimensional timeline. Ignore them, and that portal seals shut. Acknowledge and act upon them, and reality's vault swings wide open. Black moons don't announce themselves with grandeur. They arrive in profound silence, and therein lies their transformative power. Unlike full moons that illuminate the night sky, commanding universal attention, black moons slip silently through reality's fabric. No luminescence, no fanfare, no visible indication that cosmic forces have shifted. Most will remain oblivious to its passage. That's the celestial paradox. While surface reality appears unchanged, fundamental transformations occur beneath. Black moons aren't cosmic spectacles. They're spiritual catalysts. Silent yet potent, they rewrite destinies without warning. Your current awareness or lack thereof could influence your next 6-month cycle. Consider that profound truth. A moment of spiritual disconnection, a refusal to attune, a choice to dismiss the mystical energy surrounding you. And you might miss the divine doorway specifically carved for your evolution. The transformations initiated during this black moon transcend immediate perception. The more distant and unreachable you appear on the 22nd, the more deeply chosen you truly are. While many speak of shadows, distortions, and unease, here's a profound truth rarely shared. The black moon's presence isn't merely to cast shadows across your path. Its purpose is to conclude something significant. It marks the completion of a cycle that has held many in its grip far longer than they've recognized. If you've been weighed down by repeated failures, if your plans seem to consistently unravel, if opportunities perpetually slip through your fingers, this black moon may possess the precise energy needed to break this pattern. Not through dramatic upheaval or chaos, but through a subtle, almost imperceptible shift in the cosmic atmosphere. A change so delicate you'll only recognize its impact after it has already transformed you. Consider this perspective. The black moon doesn't eliminate momentum. It realigns it. For extended periods, perhaps spanning months or years, your energy has been trapped in stagnant patterns, cycling through delays, repeating failures like an endless loop. This moon carries the potential to silently dissolve these patterns, and for those who've maintained their authentic path despite challenges, this moment amplifies their rewards. Rather than diminishing your progress, the darkness encapsulates it, shields it, and propels it forward with enhanced intensity. It's not about instantaneous transformation, but rather the subtle redirection of momentum, finally aligning in your favor. This is the unexpected revelation that most overlook. What appears as an ending often conceals the seeds of a new beginning. When darkness descends and the world grows quiet, hold this truth close. What seems like emptiness might actually be the reset you've been seeking. For some, this marks the conclusion of their season of misfortune. For others, it doubles their existing blessings. But for all who've been waiting, it serves as a reminder that even the deepest darkness isn't punishment, it's preparation. Black moons aren't yearly occurrences. They aren't routine events. They aren't mere calendar dates. A black moon represents a sealed vault of energy, opening only when cosmic alignments permit. And this time, the key date is August 22nd. While the black moon reaches its peak on the 23rd, waiting until then means arriving too late. The gateway opens a day earlier, and failing to comprehend what's unfolding before the 22nd concludes means entering the vault without the necessary key. And a sealed vault without its key doesn't grant access, it confines. The 22nd carries the essence of transition. It's the final moment before complete darkness descends. The last opportunity to understand what lies ahead. This is when the energy begins pressing upon your spirit. Some might experience dizziness. Others may feel restless. Some may experience an inexplicable tension coursing through their physical form or permeating their thoughts. This isn't mere coincidence. It's the vault's discerning test, separating those who are truly awakened from those merely sleepwalking through existence. Here lies a critical misconception. Many believe this moment calls for desperate pleas, fervent wishes, or forceful demands. But this isn't about manifestation. It's about divine permission. The black moon doesn't yield to frantic appeals. Instead, it evaluates who has earned the right to enter. Either you arrive prepared, or the vault seals itself, leaving you eternally seeking entrance from the outside. Should you approach this moment distracted, negligent, or unconscious, the 22nd will pass like any ordinary day, and the opening will elude you. However, if you step forward with intentional awareness, complete presence, and conscious recognition, the vault acknowledges your readiness. It grants you access to an energetic frequency most souls will never experience in their earthly journey. This reveals why the 22nd holds deeper significance than commonly understood. It's not the main event, it's the threshold. The true transformation doesn't commence when the vault stands fully open on the 23rd. It begins with the turning of the key on the 22nd. Miss this crucial moment, and you miss everything that follows. This represents the final burden before complete renewal. The weight you've carried no longer belongs to you. On August 22nd, numerous chosen ones will awaken to an inexplicable heaviness. It won't matter how much rest you've obtained, how many hours you've slept, or how peaceful your surroundings appear. You'll experience a profound weariness that penetrates to your very core. But this isn't ordinary fatigue. It's not burnout. It's not physical deterioration. This is exhaustion at the soul level, the kind that emerges after completing an unconscious spiritual marathon. The black moon doesn't simply conclude a cycle. It liberates you from the final remnants of assignments never meant to be permanent. The revelation deepens further. The black moon doesn't merely expose surface habits. It illuminates the fundamental structures beneath them. You start recognizing how society operates on unquestioned cycles. People pursuing wealth without genuine desire, accepting positions they don't truly believe in, following systems they never consciously chose. The practiced smiles, mechanical nods, forced courtesy. Everything begins to resemble an elaborate performance. Suddenly, you're no longer merely a participant in this grand production. You've become the conscious observer, watching the drama unfold with complete awareness of its scripted nature. For many, this awareness brings profound discomfort. It's more comforting to believe life unfolds organically, that people exercise free will, that everything carries inherent meaning. But the black moon strips away these comfortable illusions, revealing the automated nature of existence, showing how many individuals unconsciously perpetuate patterns. You'll recognize it in hollow interactions, in routines that suddenly feel depleting, in the stark realization that much of what's accepted as normal lacks genuine vitality. This revelation doesn't suggest a meaningless or artificial world. Rather, it indicates the dissolution of illusions to reveal fundamental truths. The black moon's purpose isn't to inflict suffering, but to liberate you from unconscious patterns. Once you perceive the mechanical nature of certain behaviors, they lose their power over you. What initially feels like lost comfort actually marks the beginning of true clarity. For the chosen ones, this clarity will resonate most powerfully because you possess the sensitivity to perceive what others overlook. While many continue their unconscious cycles, you'll recognize the empty spaces where truth has been absent. Initially, this might create a sense of isolation, as if you're observing a world others still accept unquestioningly. But that's precisely the intention. You've been granted vision beyond the veil. And vision invariably precedes liberation. When the black moon tears away the protective screen, don't misinterpret this unveiling as disorder. What initially appears unsettling is actually your opportunity to perceive reality in its unfiltered state. While others may resist and desperately attempt to restore the familiar filter, you'll understand that once truth reveals itself, it cannot be forgotten. This is precisely as it should be. Our ancestors didn't dread the luminous moons that illuminated the night sky. Instead, they feared the moons that vanished entirely. Throughout ancient civilizations and sacred texts, a darkened, silent moon was interpreted as an omen, a prophecy suggesting that in moments of lunar darkness, profound shifts occurred in secrecy. No illumination, no forewarning, merely a silent transfer of cosmic power. The black moon embodies this prophecy perfectly. It represents the absence of light, the withdrawal of celestial guidance, the moment when shadows cease being mere shadows. They become the central focus. To our forebears, this wasn't simply another lunar phase. It signified forces beyond mortal control rearranging cosmic elements in darkness. This explains why chosen ones experience it so profoundly. When darkness claims the night sky twice within one cycle, it transcends coincidence. It's a cosmic signal, a hidden realignment, a moment when celestial designs manifest earthward, regardless of human readiness. This is why tomorrow transcends ordinary nightfall. It echoes an ancient prophecy that has resonated through centuries. Those attuned to subtle energies will comprehend precisely why it inspired such reverence. For months, perhaps years, many have shouldered lessons, responsibilities, and hidden spiritual burdens belonging to an outdated version of themselves. These were assignments that shaped, expanded, and refined you, but were never intended to remain. Now, as the black moon approaches, your soul releases everything simultaneously. This release manifests as complete surrender. It feels like emerging from an unremembered battle, bearing mysterious scars. You might notice your physical body remains strong. Your muscles aren't strained. Your mind isn't overwhelmed. Yet your spirit carries the weight of centuries. Because it does. Every incomplete cycle, every karmic entanglement, every unfinished chapter pulls at your essence one final time before release. This exhaustion isn't weakness. It's graduation. This is the final burden before complete renewal. Picture yourself submerged underwater, lungs burning, desperately holding your breath until finally breaking through to the surface. That initial breath feels simultaneously like sweet relief and complete exhaustion. This perfectly captures what the chosen ones will experience on the 22nd. Not a breakdown, not a collapse, but a profound liberation. Here's the deeper truth that many will fail to grasp. This exhaustion isn't something to be fixed or overcome. There's no need for caffeine, forced energy, or pushing through the fatigue. This isn't physical tiredness. It's a spiritual realignment. Fighting against it only prolongs the process, while acceptance accelerates its dissolution. The black moon is marking your spiritual assignments complete, releasing you into the next phase unburdened. The heaviness you're experiencing was never meant to be yours permanently. It was temporarily entrusted to you, and now it's being reclaimed. When August 22nd arrives, if you feel like you've emerged from an invisible battlefield with no recollection of the fight, remain calm. That spiritual emptiness isn't a void to be filled. It's sacred space being carved out for what's destined to arrive. The universe isn't randomly scattering signs. It's whispering your lines before your next spiritual performance begins. As the black moon approaches its zenith, the atmosphere doesn't merely shift, it crystallizes. The boundary between visible and invisible realms becomes so thin that messages penetrate with unprecedented clarity and precision, impossible to dismiss as mere coincidence. Around August 22nd, synchronicities will intensify dramatically. But forget the typical spiritual cliches. This goes beyond seeing repeated numbers or finding symbolic feathers. What's approaching is far more personal and profound. The chosen ones will recognize patterns that intersect precisely with their individual journey. A forgotten childhood melody suddenly plays exactly when thoughts of the past surface. A specific animal, one deeply connected to your ancestral lineage, personal symbolism, or recurring dreams, crosses your path. A significant name echoes through various channels: television, street conversations, random encounters, the same name that's been lingering in your consciousness for weeks. These aren't generic messages meant for mass consumption. They're precisely targeted spiritual coordinates. They don't merely suggest, they guide with purpose. Like breadcrumbs left by your future self, they align you with the role awaiting you after the black moon's passage. The universe delivers these signs with intentional precision, not to test, but to prepare you. Consider it this way. Before a new act begins in a theatrical performance, actors must rehearse their lines repeatedly until the timing and delivery become second nature, until every word flows naturally and purposefully. That's precisely what the cosmic forces are orchestrating right now. They're delivering your spiritual script, providing the essential markers and divine prompts, ensuring that when the black moon's veil lifts, you'll step into your role with unwavering confidence. These aren't mere suggestions or subtle hints, they're your cosmic rehearsals. But here's the critical element that makes this utterly urgent. These divine alignments are fleeting. They manifest as momentary bursts of cosmic synchronicity, carefully designed to guide your awareness exactly where it must be, precisely when it needs to be there. Once the black moon completes its cycle, this channel of communication narrows. The celestial messages fade. The cosmic silence descends once more. This is precisely why ignoring them isn't an option. They manifest not through dramatic revelations or unmistakable wonders. Rather, they emerge as microscopic fissures in the ethereal realm, subtle alterations in cosmic frequencies, divine timing, and spiritual alignment. These delicate fractures gradually expand until they completely reconstruct your destined path. This explains why awaiting a grandiose or conspicuous sign is futile. Such isn't the language of this celestial phenomenon. The essence of this black moon lies in its void, its imperceptibility, the sacred vacuum it manifests. While the masses perceive nothing and dismiss its significance, the spiritually attuned will recognize this void's true nature, the cosmic cradle of transformation. Direct your consciousness not toward the chaos, but toward the stillness, for within lies the authentic cosmic transmission. This lunar phase isn't about life's additions, but its sacred subtractions. The profound silence enveloping you, the deep-seated exhaustion, the magnetic pull toward solitude, the mystifying synchronicities, the sudden depletion of vital energy. These aren't signs of absence. They represent divine recalibration. They signify the cosmic removal of elements incompatible with your evolving journey. Should you disregard these signs, filling the sacred void with worldly distractions, convincing yourself of their insignificance, you'll overlook the essential message. You'll miss the divine seed planted in darkness. You'll fail to perceive the silent turning of fate's wheel. You'll bypass the cosmic invitation to your next spiritual chapter, an opportunity presenting itself merely once every 32 lunar cycles. Mainstream consciousness won't acknowledge this. Media outlets won't broadcast it. Even the celestial canvas will appear unchanged, yet your soul will recognize it. The crucial question remains, will you maintain spiritual vigilance or allow this sacred moment to pass? For here lies the celestial truth. This black moon's transformative power operates independently of your belief. However, your conscious awareness determines whether this transformation elevates your spiritual journey or leaves you anchored in stagnation. If you've remained attentive, I extend my gratitude. Should this wisdom resonate, consider subscribing for continued spiritual guidance. Your support is deeply valued. Share your mystical experiences below. Until our paths cross again, stay spiritually awakened and join our conscious community.